So from my side, are Paul and Alette here yet? Yeah, Alette is here. I actually wanted to ask you guys to read our morning, guys. I wanted to ask you to read the mission statement because I'm going to hand over to Paul and Alette a little bit later to talk about Blue Ocean, just give us a bit of feedback on our coaching program. So that's our agenda. So yeah, let's kick it off with the mission.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, let's read the mission. To build a growing collaborative family of agents around the country who support each other to run strong, ethical, profitable businesses in which everyone caps and increases their personal income. Many will also become financially free through the eXp revenue share program and stock awards. In this way, we will bring positive, disruptive change to the real estate industry in South Africa. So for me, this statement, I can also remember when we started the meeting and we tried to put the mission up there and how it evolved. And I mean, just the friends that we have made since we joined eXp is absolutely amazing. And yes, the freedom we've got roaming the country while we are still able to sell property, that's absolutely amazing. And we are definitely looking forward to becoming financially free. And we are working towards that, yes.
Great, thank you, Alette. And you're a model. Guys, you're welcome to interrupt if you have something that's burning on your heart, when it comes to that. I like discussion around this mission statement. So feel free to interrupt at any point that you want. Is that your phone, Phyllis? Okay. Who's here for the first time? If you are a guest here today or you have a guest on the meeting today, please wouldn't you just say, how's it? Obviously, you are welcome to sit quietly in the background if you'd prefer to be anonymous. No problem with that. I understand that. Sometimes that's wise when you're checking out eXp. But if you are, Grant, let us know. Oh, hello, Corin. Who do you have there?
We have
David.
His name is David. He's now going to join our team. So we love to invite him. He is really an excellent guy working with.
Hello, David. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
David, how long have you been an agent?
Many years. I had my CEI, Certified Estate Agency certificate in 92. But then I dropped. I went into business, and now I'm coming back again.
Well, David, I trust that this will be an amazing home for your rejuvenated real estate career. You're very, very welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody else here for the first time?
Good morning. It's Alma here, but
Morning, Alma.
yeah, not for the first time, but first time as an eXp member. And I've been thinking eXp since I couldn't sleep last Friday night. And so we'll see how it goes. I'm sure it will go well. But anyway, good morning to everybody.
Morning, Alma. So Alma's just joined us, and Alma is in East London. So if you're in the East London area, please connect with Alma. And I know you've already connected with Chantel Johnson there. So welcome, Alma. Great to have you on the team. Melanie, you're how's it?
Morning. I just want to say welcome to Thora. She's here the first time. She's actually joined, I think it's about 2 weeks ago. So yes, it's the first time that she's here. And I hope she's going to be very happy in our team. And then the other lady that is part of Thora's team, Dorothy, unfortunately couldn't make it this morning. She had a meeting with a client. So yeah, but they are part of the team, and there's 2 members. Thank you.
Great, Thora. Well, welcome. I also hope you.
Morning, Steve. Morning, guys. It's lovely to be here. Lovely to be part of eXp. Yeah, just in short, my background, I'm an attorney. So there's another attorney here on the group. Anyway, thanks for having us. Appreciate that.
Great, Thora. Thank you. David.
Hey Steve, hey everyone. I just want to welcome, it's the first time our Chorus Property Group team are joining. So I just want to, we're so glad to be part of your team, and looking forward to just learning and adding value, and just welcome to my team for joining.
Yeah, and I want to, if you don't know David, David is kind of the second guy in eXp's history to bring on, I mean, how would you term a team of sort of 13 agents? You know, that's not a small team. It's significant enough for the team leader, David, in this case, James Conyers previously, to really take a position on the growth potential of eXp. Team leaders that bring their teams across anything more than a couple of people, it's very complex. The finances are complex to make it work, and it really shows that there's vision. The person has caught the vision for eXp. I remember, I love telling Ferdy's story. Ferdy came in with a slightly smaller group. I think he had 10, but he came in with 4 agents, and today Ferdy is, I mean, you'll see on our leaderboard that I'm going to show you today. I think Ferdy's got 150 agents in his revenue share team. So, David, I trust that that's going to be your experience as well. You're going to see great growth. And David's actually the second person as well to qualify for the race to Vic Falls. So can't wait for the rest of you to join us in that lineup. Alette, your hand is up.
Yes, I just would like to say very welcome to V. It's her first time in the meeting as well.
V, how's it, V? Are you there? Okay. Jurgens, you're a guest. You're my guest here this morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, all the rest of the people in South Africa. Yes, I'm busy and busy joining, and Steve and I will have a chat just after this meeting. But thank you for inviting me to be here this morning. I looking forward to what's cooking on the foreground. Thank you so much.
Jurgens, tell us where you are in the country.
I'm in Centurion.
Okay, great. Well, I look forward to you meeting the rest of the Centurion team. There's a great small group that meets up there. There's a wonderful community of agents. So yeah, great, Jurgens. Nice to have you on the meeting this morning. Right, I don't see anybody else's hand. So welcome, to all of the new members. If you're not, if you didn't raise your hand and you're also here for the first time, just know that you're also very, very welcome. It's wonderful to have you. Okay, so kudos and thank yous. If this is your first time, one of the things we love to do in our team meeting is just create a space where we can say thank you to one another for any kind of support or help or encouragement that you've received from someone else. Now's the time to verbalize that gratitude to that person. So while you're all scratching your heads thinking, oh, hang on a second, who should I say thank you to? I don't mind sitting here and having a moment of silence while you scratch your head, but please do take the chance now. So stick your hands up if you've got someone to say thank you to. Clint, go for it.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. Thanks.
Oh, good. All right. So yeah, thanks to you, Steve. It's been really great being involved with you, and also obviously for David Beatty of Chorus. So thanks very much for the opportunity. I have reached out to a couple of people as well, like Ferdy Abrams, who I've known for quite a number of years. Just to get a reference and to make sure that the decision to move to eXp is going to be a well-informed one for me. And I must say I'm very, very impressed with the support team from Irene, Amanda, Harvey, Robin. It's been really, really impressive. I mean, I've had my own business many years ago, and seeing the support backup that we have at eXp is really phenomenal. So I'm very encouraged to introduce other agents to the platform that we have, and just looking forward to great things to come. And I know even Neil Robertson's reached out to me, or we've connected, so I'm looking forward to meeting up with him and seeing how we can work together. I love the collaborative environment that we have here at eXp.
Thanks, Clint. That warms my heart for 2 reasons, because we tell people when we're trying to say, here, try green eggs and ham, like, please have a look at this thing. 2 of the things we tell them is the support staff are amazing at eXp. Just because it's a cloud-based business and there's no office to go into does not mean that you don't have access to support. And in fact, in many cases, you've got more ready access to support than you do in a conventional business, because you can just go into eXp World. There's always someone in the office in eXp World that can get the support you need. And you can do that from the comfort of your own home. So the system works as far as support is concerned. And it's so good to hear a new agent who is an experienced agent come into eXp and say, well, this has been your experience. And the second thing is that collaborative thing. The other thing we tell people is don't fear that you're going to be alone when you join eXp just because it's cloud-based. Actually, like Alette was saying earlier, the friendships you build in this business are quite phenomenal. There is this weird culture within eXp where we don't see each other as competition, where people just genuinely we all just want each other to succeed. It's a weird phenomenon. I don't know. Well, I've got a theory of how that's been shaped, but it does work all around the world. So yeah, thank you, Clinton. That's great feedback. Alette.
Thank you, Steve. I want to say thank you to you for the Model Explained meeting that you did last week. I had quite a few people on that meeting, and also thank you for the three-way call that we could arrange with you. So I hope my team will be joining soon. So I'm very excited about that, and I want to encourage other people that if there's meetings or stuff, please try and be there, invite people, because it is worthwhile. And then I also want to say thank you to Tony. He's not on the meeting today, but he went to a client yesterday for me to sign an offer. So I just want to say thank you for him.
Thanks, Alette. And I always appreciate your gratitude. I always know that you're grateful when I've done something with you, or a three-way call, and it doesn't go unnoticed when you just say thank you. So thank you for saying thank you. I actually wanted to say thank you to those of you who did bring people to that Model Explain. One of my agenda items later, we're not going to discuss it now, is what you thought of that public Model Explain that we did last week, and whether I should do those more regularly. I want a little bit of conversation around that, because anyway, let me talk about that later. But to say thank you to those of you who brought people. I said to Paul and Alette when I chatted to them afterwards that it's so good for me to know that when I go to the effort of putting something on, like family time, for example, and then I see there's 93 people in the room, like that's heartwarming. I feel like, you know what, I'm working hard here. I'm putting what I think are world-class resources and meetings and opportunities together to help you guys build your business. And then when you support them, and when Paul and Alette tell me, no, we had 11 people on the meeting today. Like, it's awesome. I absolutely love it. Brad Neal said to me, I had 5 people on that meeting. I didn't even know, afterwards I said, no, I had 5 guys on there. It was amazing. Thank you. So I really feel like it's teamwork and it's working well. So thank you to you guys who supported the meeting. I'm sorry if your hand was put down for you. Google's thing doesn't work sometimes, but the next hand that I can see is up is Elma.
Hi, Stephen. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, Steve, for being so persistent. I've been going and going and going for a long time. I've been visiting the family time meetings and whatever, but I just want to thank you for being so persistent, and eventually I'm on board, and I'm very happy that I am. And I just want to tell you a little story quickly. I don't know if you guys noticed on the news that the wind was terrible in the Eastern Cape this weekend. My neighbors' trees, they came crashing down on roofs, etc. So I was sort of in 2 minds about going to church yesterday morning, but I decided to go. And can you believe it? This one agent I know very well actually came to me and said that she's now tired of her place. She's not going to, she wants to go on her own. So I'm hoping to actually gain her as one of, to become, what do you call it? But in any case,
Just to go in eXp with you. Yeah, great.
Yes. So yeah, I've just, those photographs that I sent you the other day, Steve, of those people, because I haven't really serviced them because I was too busy with the eXp. Anyway, they told me that's fine. I can go ahead and I can market the place.
Beautiful. So it's a good start. So you've got your first listing. and someone potentially wanting to join. You know what the moral of that story is, guys? Somebody tell me. Yeah, Alette, you know what I'm going to say.
I know.
Get to church.
Get to church on time.
Your pastor probably won't be happy with me telling you, like, get to church and start canvassing everyone in the congregation.
Yes.
Anyway, Alma, thank you for that feedback. Elmarie, your hand is up.
Thank you, Steve. Yes, I also wanted to say thank you for that live meeting that you had. I had a few people there. I even had one of my new recruits that's invited everyone she wants to bring in when she's starting this week. And so it really, I think it was a very good thing. So I really do appreciate that. And then I want to say a special thanks to Andrew. One of my recruits struggled with his email and to get emails, and it was so awesome to know that our CEO jumped in. He helped me immediately to find out what's going on, and it was so nice to tell my new recruit that this is our CEO that's helping. So just to say thank you, that he's always there to help, and you can call him anytime and he's quick to answer.
Great feedback, Elmarie. Thank you. Yeah, that's fantastic. Rian.
Good morning, all. I just want to confirm what Elmarie has been saying. Our CEO is just excellent. When I onboarded during or about April, when the Bold Africa conference was on, I was presented with the opportunity to be involved on an exclusive basis with the selling of units in development. But I also had to go through the process of onboarding and doing all the training, and I got a bit lost in translation somewhere around, and I did a few pre-sales in the development, but then some of those were cancelled, and so much so that the future of my mandate was being threatened. I then reached out to Andrew, and Andrew immediately got things on the rails again, and with all his experience in development for over 15 years, he got me on the right track, and we are now very confident that we will actually successfully conclude our sole mandate by selling pre-selling the opportunities that is necessary for the actual investment capital, the development capital to come to fruition. So thank you very much to Andrew.
Yeah, great to hear that Andrew's jumping in and so many little issues and levels and helping you guys. Now, I actually said to Andrew on Friday, we had a call about we're planning a Rock the Comma party when we hit 1,000 agents. Sorry, Rian, can you just mute your mic? There's a lot of noise in the coffee shop there. Yeah, we're having a Rock the Comma party, which is when we celebrate reaching 1,000 agents. You know, you got a comma in the number. And I was just saying to Andrew, you know, you guys, I run in one lane, and I know you guys are like running in a parallel lane to me. But I just said to him, I want to thank you for how excellent the team is and what a good job you've done leading this team, because I know I can trust when I look to my right, you are running in that lane with like next to me. It really has been a great partnership. Who's next? Ashley, how's it? Welcome.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello. Just wanted to say thanks to you, Steve. To everyone, I was hanging in the background last family meetup and just having a look in, and I've just joined. So I'm very excited, and I want to actually thank God, because I really believe this is a Kairos moment. I've been praying about this something in my life for a while, and then Steve came on my radar. So I don't believe in coincidence, and I'm very, very grateful. So thank you, Steve. Thank you for being an instrument for good.
Amen. Really. Thank you, Ashley. Yeah, it's so nice to have you on board. I think you will fit in so well with our culture here.
Awesome.
So I know there's 1,000 amens being said in the background there. Sharon.
Morning, Steve. Morning, everybody. Good to be in the meeting this morning. I just wanted to also thank Andrew. We had such a great roadshow this past week, and it was full despite one of the attorneys having a big meeting. And Andrew was amazing. And yes, we invited folks. I had about 10 people there. So it was very, very good. So thumbs up for Andrew.
Well done, Sharon. Great. And nice to see your business continuing to grow.
Thanks, Steve.
Christine.
Hi, Steve. Yes, last week, just my personal opinion, please, can we have more live model explains? It was wonderful. I know you do a hell of a lot for us and we appreciate it so much. And it was so wonderful to invite people to just say, come, it's live, just join. And yes, some of the people I invited could come and others couldn't come. But yes, it was a good meeting. And we are in the process of expanding the team. Flip, I'm just so impatient and everything is taking time and it's taking time and it's taking time. And our patience are being tested, but it's coming. So yes, thanks for that. And also for the call that the three-way call that you and I and my prospective new team member had, it just opened up his mind. You just have a way of getting to people and letting them see the picture. And I do appreciate you for that. Thank you so much.
That's very kind of you to say that. Thank you, Christine. Alette.
Yes, I wanted to say thank you for Sharon. She posted on the group that she'll look after our guests at the roadshow. And my guest didn't pitch up, but at least she was looking out for him. And I really appreciate that. Thank you, Sharon. And that just points back to our mission statement, how we work together and support each other. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome. Anytime, Annette. Anytime, guys, you need help in Maritzburg or Durban, I'm here for you.
Beautiful. Okay, guys, that's so special. Thank you so much for all of that. The leaderboard. Okay, so next on our agenda list is recognitions. And one of the things that I came back from the US when I went to Brentsville conference recently, one of the things I came back with was this new awareness that one of the pieces missing in our family was some kind of public recognition space. And I saw a couple of different options of what guys were doing, and it's really stimulated my creativity. So I think the best way for us to do it, because we're not kind of geographically all close to each other all over the country, is to have it online. And so I have built a leaderboard. And what we'll do in every family time is we'll just have a look. And it's a bit of a mission. This thing does not update by itself. I've got to do it like manually. So I am only going to update it before family time. So it gets updated every 2 weeks. Okay, so don't go on there and say, no, I just sponsored someone. How come I haven't, jumped above Christine on the list or whatever? What I've done is if your name's got a star next to it, means you've qualified for the race to Vic Falls. I don't know if Javi is with us today, or if somebody else can remember. How do you qualify for what were the dates? You've got to sponsor 12 people on your first tier. What were the dates? How much longer have we got? Do you know, Alette?
Before end of January next year. The 12 people need to join eXp and still be part of eXp before end of January next year.
Okay, so we've got, what's that? We've got another 6 months. Great. Okay, awesome. I heard someone's hand go up there. All right, so you've got 6 months. You need 12 people on your first tier. So that's what the star is. If you're in gold, Sharon, you're in gold. It means you have jumped up, and Sharon jumped up considerably in the last couple of weeks. Well done. So top of the list is yours truly. So the way I'm doing this is it's ranked on the number of frontline agents that you've got. So this is tier 1 agents. and then the secondary consideration is how many you've got in your total group. So second is Lisna with 31 people on her first tier. I've got 84 people. There's a couple more that are joining this week, Ashley and Jurgens, and then there's a few more, so I'm hoping this number's going to jump. So 31 for Lisna, 24 James, so that's the top three. Javi's pushing hard. Javi had a great 2 weeks, these last 2 weeks. He's just put on 2 people in the last week on his first tier. So Javi's still going great guns. He's coming for you, James. Ferdy 17, Andre and Lydia 17, Paul Nolette 14, and Jade Barkhazen 14. Tia and David Beattie both on 13. David's only just joined and he brought his team in. That's why he's got 13 in his total group. That's going to grow surely. Sharon's up to 11. Lindsay Bulmer 10. And then you can see the rest. So you can see this at the modelexplained.co.za/leaderboard. I'll put it in the chat. You want to check it out? There it is. Okay, just check the chat out there. If you're in red, sorry, Johnny, it means you've dropped down the list. In order to make the list, you've got to have 5 people on your first tier. Okay, I'm stopping at 5. All right, so well done to those of you who are on the leaderboard. Next on my agenda, okay, this is where I actually wanted to have the conversation about the model explained, and a number of you have already shared your views, but you are welcome to do so if you have not done so yet. What do you think? Let me paint the picture, the backstory on this is we've got a website, the modelexplained.co.za, and let me show it to you. So this is the main website of our group, the main public-facing website of our group. If you're wanting to show people the opportunity, this is the place you take them. Okay. Side note, just get this: I have replaced the 29-minute video that was there with the replay of last week's webinar. It's a little bit longer. It was 59 minutes, but I think it went very well. I think it was a very well communicated explanation of eXp's model, and the old video, excuse me, needed to be updated. The number of agents, it was wrong. The monthly fee was wrong. Some of the tech had changed. So it did need to be updated. Okay, so last week's replay, so I saw somebody asking that earlier, where's the replay? Just go to the modelexplained.co.za, that's the video there. Okay, so we've always used this website page as the predominant tool for you guys to show other agents, and I think it needs to stay that way because this is a duplicatable tool. You don't have to wait for a meeting. If you want to show someone, you show them today, and you don't have to be able to explain the model. We don't want people explaining the model. Just show them the video. That's how we all just do it. Why? Because even if you are very clever and a good communicator and you can teach this to someone else, what you do with them, they have to be able to go and do with the agent they know that afternoon. And they can't go and explain this. It's going to sound like a pyramid scheme. So do what duplicates easily. That's the point, and that's what the video is. Now, that principle, it's not what works that counts, it's what duplicates that counts. That principle is what has caused me not to do live model explained events, because I feel like it's not duplicatable. Like the person who comes to a live model explained event can't then go and do a live presentation to the people they know. But there are other mitigating factors that kind of argue against that. That's what the tussle is here. And if you're wondering why I've not done more live events, that's why. But the thing I like most about the live model explained is it puts a date in the diary for everyone. And it's weird when there's a date in 2 weeks' time, everybody knows that's the meeting, invite your guests. All of a sudden, people get active. They start making phone calls. They start inviting people because there's a date in the diary. The video doesn't cause that kind of action. So anyway, that's my setup. You're welcome to stick your hand up now if you want to comment on any of this. Oh, the other thing I want you to comment on is if you want me to do this more often, okay, I've got a prerequisite. if I ever pitch up to a Model Explain meeting and there's like 10 people on the meeting, I'm not going to do it again. Okay, if I'm putting effort into stuff, I want it to be supported. And so we need to be careful how often we do this, because, you know, if it's too often, it's just going to start becoming a mission for me, and not, there's hardly going to be people on the thing. So how often, if you do want me to do live events, how often do you want me to do them? That's the other question I want answered. Okay, over to you guys. Paul and Alette.
Steve, I would also say not too often, because I put a lot of effort into getting people to that meeting, and I will not be able to do that constantly. So if it's every second week or maybe even monthly, I will not be able to put that amount of effort in to get people to the meeting. So I think if it does happen, but not as regular. I absolutely agree with you on that.
I almost want to add by saying, I wonder if it shouldn't necessarily be recurring, like monthly or 2 weekly. It must almost be ad hoc. You announce it and say in 3 weeks from now we're going to have a model, and then there's a big rush for that, because if it is weekly or every month or whatever, it almost become like a habit, and people might not end up inviting as many people as they normally want.
Yeah, it's almost got to feel like, oh, there's a special opportunity now. I need to take advantage of this opportunity. Yeah, I do agree with that, Paul. Christine.
Oh, there's the mic. Thank you, Steve. Steve, I agree with Alette. I feel the necessity of it. What I do want to say from my side is that I quite often also invite people to the meeting that Andrew has, the Power Half Hour. For the simple reason it is live, it gives them a picture of the company from a different angle, although it's the same plan. And what I have found there also is that there are many people, especially, the ladies, families, that's 6 o'clock at night. Your meeting is in the morning, and a lot of people can be accommodated in the morning that can't be accommodated in the evenings. So just from that perspective, I have found that the people enjoyed coming to your meeting. And I would really want to encourage you to ask you, please, let's have it. Yes, I do agree, not every 2 weeks. We can't, it is just not the stamina for that. I mean, we will end up with 10, maybe 20, if we are lucky, in the meeting. But it is necessary that we do it regularly, but well-spaced. Thank you.
Then there's a Charmaine, I do see your hand. I'm going to get you in a second. The other question I begin to ask myself is there anybody else in the group? I mean, the group's quite big now, 620 odd of us. Is there anybody else that is a good presenter, who understands the model, should we get different voices? Should somebody else do the model explained? Should we cycle it? That's another question on my mind. Charmaine.
Steve, my thoughts are maybe if there's a demand for it, we do another one in the next couple of weeks. And then thereafter, we review again and ask the agents in our group, is there still an appetite to do it? Or should we then resort to Andrew's Power Half Hour for the next month, skip a month, and just take it on that kind of basis, get feedback after each meeting, so that you're not doing it all the time and people aren't supporting you. But if we see that there's still an appetite and we can say, yes, please, I know that there'll be people. And if we've got a couple of other agents that are in on it, we go on a month-to-month basis and just review afterwards.
Can you do a poll on a WhatsApp group? Who's good on WhatsApp?
Yes, you can, Steve.
You can, Brad? Okay.
Yes, you can. It's quite easy to set up.
Okay, because then what Charmaine is suggesting, I can use a poll to do it on our WhatsApp group and say, hey, I'm thinking of doing a model explain in 3 weeks. Who genuinely will make the effort to invite people? And then we can see based on the poll. Okay, Sharon, your hand was up next.
Stephen, I have grown my team using your model explain, the 29-minute one. And that was excellent, and it's always well received. And I looked at the new one, and I loved it. But then and everything's relevant, all the figures and that is relevant. But I feel it's too long for me to use. So I hear, about live meetings, and I think like every 3 months, to put in the effort and do that, because weekly I invite folks as well to Andrew's Power of Hour.
Oh, I didn't want to hear that. That was difficult to hear, Sharon.
Oh, sorry, Steve. I don't mean that.
No.
I don't mean it like that. I'm just, meaning this is what I've been using, and I've been loving your 29-minute one.
Yeah.
But this one, I haven't looked at it because I couldn't attend the meeting. There was just too much happening in Durban and Maritzburg.
Yeah. No, I say it was difficult. It's difficult to hear because it's a lot of work to produce another 29-minute one.
Oh, I love that one, Steve. It really helped me a lot.
I just don't think we can use that old one. It's too out of date. What I can do is I can give you the YouTube. It's still on YouTube.
Yes,
it's just
that's
not on the
right.
Model Explained website. I know that's not ideal, but
No, Steve, don't do anything. I'm working through it as well.
yeah, but
We'll
no,
work-
you may well be right, Sharon, that we may be interesting to see what everybody else is.
Yes, we're
not-
working through it still.
Yeah. So don't give me your opinion on whether you think this one now is too long on the Model Explain website. I'm not interested in your opinion. I want your experience. Maybe in a few weeks' time, when you've tried to show this to people or you've sent it, maybe a bunch of you will come back to me in a couple of weeks and say, you know what, Sharon is right. This thing is too long, and then I must go and change it. So thank you, Sharon. I appreciate your sharing that. Noreen.
Hello, Steve. Okay, what I can suggest is that you maybe get people with their testimonials, like Ferdy comes on to tell people what happened to him. And it's kind of relevant, and it will strike a chord with people. How agents actually experience this thing. And, that's what I was thinking.
I love that, Noreen. And I don't know why I hadn't thought of that. Is at the end of the presentation, then just invite a few of the eXp agents to give a testimonial. That's a great idea. I'm just writing that down. Who is next? Rian.
Or maybe, Steve, sort of once you've made a point, then have an agent who's actually been affected by that. How that's resolved their issue, something like that.
Yeah.
Not only have it at the end, have it in the middle. Anyway.
Cool, I like it. Thanks, Noreen. Good feedback. Sorry, Rian, I muted you there because it's very noisy.
Yes, Stephen, I just wanted to touch on maybe a sensitive matter, but let's just hear what the other people says. We have someone like Paul, who's a very good speaker and presenter, but then maybe better in Afrikaans. Maybe we can think of, there's a lot of I don't know, the fact that we're from America, originated from there, but we're now South African, and maybe there is a need for someone like Paul to do a straight Afrikaans one, to which one can then selectively invite certain Afrikaans-speaking good agents, professional agents who does well and who actually wants to hear this as coming from a co-Afrikaner. But that's
I like that idea. We can register a new domain, die model, what's explained in Afrikaans.
Verduidelijk.
What is the word explained in Afrikaans?
No,
Verduidelijk.
Verduidelijk. Die model verduidelijk.co.za.
No.
No, give it a fresh name.
I think a fresh name will do it. But the fact of the matter is we're all ex something. we ex-the estate, ex-pan-golding, ex-whatever. Now we eXp, and the P for can stand for many things. Passionate, positioned, property, practitioner, own practice, that type of thing. And if you build something around that, where you came from, where you've previously been in the South African environment, and then you can also cross borders. The language barrier isn't a big fact anymore, but for some other reason, going with someone with the skills that Paul, for instance, has. He's been into the country and predominantly Afrikaans speaking in the platteland.
All right, Rian, thanks. Got it. Thanks, Rian. We need to move on. Neil Robinson, over to you.
Yeah, Steve, it was just about the length of the video and having model explains with people, but you asked if we don't chat about that too much. It's similar to what Sharon was saying. I've struggled to get 1 hour with agents just because they're so busy. So I usually knock out the model explain 29 minutes, and then we go through commission comparison calculators and rev share calculators in that time, and then they need to go. But I'd like to try out the 1 hour model explain, but I can foresee a bit of struggles with that. So personally, I'd prefer to use the old link, and then I just tell them that this is a bit outdated and they're fine with that. So yeah, that's just my 5 cents. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Neil. So Monica, thank you. She's just put the YouTube link to the 29-minute video in the chat roll. Brad, Neil.
Yeah, just echoing what Neil was saying there. In my experience of showing the model, often my prospect will ask questions in the middle of the video, and I pause it and then carry on again, and then it ends up taking an hour to actually get through the whole video. So I could just foresee with a longer video that it is going to take too long. I'm going to start losing their attention. That's what I wanted to say. Thanks.
Okay, thanks. Brian.
Okay, I don't know if my camera's the right way around, but anyway, I'll give a bash with the new video. I liked your old one. You could always update the figures. 1,000 agents, if that's what you're talking about, it being outdated. And there is something also called tongues. There's a real estate agent that might be joining our company that he's been working with Andrew to convert everything into every language under the planet, called tongues. And maybe you can speak to Andrew about that for converting this, the video or whatever you've done into different languages. It'll be much easier.
Great, thanks, Brian. Okay, Johan, last comment on this, and then I want to hand it over to Paul Nollet just to give us feedback on our coaching program.
Yeah, Steve, I just wanted to mention, if you want to do a poll with this team, if you click on the right bottom, there's a triangle and a square and a circle, and then click polls, you can do a quick poll with this team.
Great, thanks, Johan. Yeah, that's good. I might work on that while Paul and Nollet are talking. Okay, guys, thank you for the feedback. Food for thought there, and helpful. Upcoming training. Remember, you can still book discounted tickets for the Build conference. It looks like Build will be, so that date is wrong. It looks like it's going to be the 14th and 15th of February. So it's Valentine's Day and the following day, that's Wednesday and Thursday. The dates were very tricky to get the venue and then a time when Brent could come out. But it looks like if we do it 14, 15 Feb, Brent and Kathy will come. It looks like we've got Veronica Figueroa and her husband will come. Jennifer Jones, probably the top agent at eXp, will come. Jane Ashley Nelson will come. Amazing couple. I mean, that alone are 4 powerhouses that we'll have. And it'll be summer for them as well, which makes it a lot better. And I think Jeff and Marcy Williams will come as well. These are names you may not know, but they're big names in eXp. Okay, so that's Build. I think it's this Thursday, the 3rd, and the time, what did I tell you? 6 p.m. Yeah, it's 6 till 7 p.m. on Thursdays now. the Bill Pipes training that I've purchased for the group that cost me a fortune, please make every effort to attend that. I know you don't have the meeting link yet. I don't have it. As soon as I have the meeting link, I'm going to put it on the WhatsApp group and I will email it to everyone as well. I'm hoping that it's not like somehow a single click link, because if it is, then only I can attend. But I'm pretty sure it'll just be like a Zoom link that I can forward to everyone. So let's hope that's right. So keep an eye out for that. That's the and then there's role play sessions on the Fridays. I think if you commit to this 8 weeks, it'll change the future of your business from a sales perspective. This guy's, if not the top coach in the world, certainly like top 3. I think it's an amazing opportunity, and it's live with him. Okay, so that's Thursday. Look out for that. Michael had to cancel for today, which is why we didn't do the NPS survey. But in the next family time meeting, I'm going to host Michael Edwards. He's the guy. He's the head of the whole of the NPS survey, the agent feedback mechanism for the whole of eXp globally, and he wants to spend a little bit of time just with us. And they're going to produce a little form just for our team that we can fill in. And this goes straight to the top. So if you've got feedback on eXp, great opportunity in 2 weeks' time. Come in and meet Michael. He's such a lucky guy. And then lastly, Paul and Alette, I wanted to just hand over to them to give us a little bit of feedback, and maybe we'll get a testimonial from Brian or somebody who's on the coaching program. But however you guys want to handle it, thanks, Paul, Alette. To you guys.
Thanks, Steve. Thank you very much. Yes, this is a coaching program that we started. It's one-on-one coaching, but I'm going to start to ask Alette to just talk us a little bit through what we see on the screen now.
Yes, I can still remember the day we sat with Steve and he told us about, he just took out his phone and said, look at this logo, what do you think? And he told us about the sea and where everyone is battling and the water turned red. But if you set your sail and you just sail a bit further, you will see this blue ocean where there's new horizons for you waiting and the endless possibilities. You don't need to be, and like real estate is like that battle. Everyone is battling in the same spot. But if you just set your sail a bit and move out of that battle, there is a blue ocean out there waiting for you. And with the catamaran is a dual hull boat where both hulls are taking equal weight and supporting each other to move forward. And that is what we believe the coaching can do for you. We will be there next to you, supporting you, helping you going forward in your business.
Thank you. So we started this straight out of Build. The coaching program is a 12-month program where we basically work through foundation blocks like budget setting, how to get business now, how to work by referrals. So all the trainings that is available, but go and work systematically through that and help you implementing that into your business. So I've also asked, like you said, Steve, maybe some of the guys that's already doing the coaching to, if they want something to say about what the coaching has done in their business. So any one of you guys that maybe just want to open your mic and give some feedback on that.
Go for it, Neil.
Yeah, Paul, thanks. Paul's my coach. I do Blue Ocean coaching, and it's really been something helpful for me. I'm naturally quite a self-motivated guy, but it's been amazing what the accountability has done for me, especially from a training perspective. It's so easy for me to get distracted by work and not focus on my self-development. And in terms of like the Fred Wilson training, working by referral, I've watched those things, but now having a coach that I need to meet up with every 2 weeks, it adds a bit of chutzpah. And it's just been super helpful for me to really dive deeper into my self-development and training. So yeah, I think it's great for anyone looking to develop themselves and take themselves to the next level. Yeah.
Thanks, Neil. Monica?
Great. I think Monica said, sorry, Brian, is your hand up? Was it up?
It wasn't up, but I was gonna say something, but it's fine. I can wait.
Okay, Monica, you go.
Okay, yes. So I did sign up for the Blue Ocean
Monica's
coaching.
frozen. Is Monica frozen for you guys too?
No, please.
Okay, you're back. You're back, Monica.
Okay, great. So I did sign up with Blue Ocean Coaching. I'm coaching with Elite. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I mean, I've been in real estate for 11 years. But I think a person, every now and then, you need to get refocused and focus on the nitty-gritty part of your business, and have an accountability partner. So it's sometimes really tough to find that person. And I feel that with Blue Ocean Coaching and Elite, in my case specifically, it's that accountability where you know you need to have done certain steps with her guidance as to where you need to be going, what your goals are, setting goals to start off with, and then how to reach them, how to work towards them, training that you can do additionally, other ideas. You know, I always say 2 minds are better than 1, and especially if the minds are aligned in reaching that goal, you really can work towards getting better. I mean, and to me, that was the whole purpose. It's just that accountability and the guidance with someone who can coach you into a direction of where you want to take your business. I find it extremely helpful. Thank you, Alette. Thank you, Paul. And thank you, Steve.
Thanks, Monica.
Thanks, Monica.
Melanie, I think you were next, and then Brian.
Yeah. So myself and Lynette are very new. I'm pretty sure there's other people as well on the group that's joined the Blue Ocean coaching group. And for us as newbies, although we know that we've got a mentor who is brilliant, just putting systems into place and stuff, and again, the accountability aspect of what we need to do, having to know that you've got to go through a certain list of things by the end of your second week, and actually scrambling to get that done, doing all the coaching and getting those golden nuggets. It's all helping. Putting the PropCon is for us amazing, because I started doing things on a spreadsheet, wasn't getting anywhere with it, but PropCon is definitely helping me. All those other little things that's just been thrown in as part of the coaching that comes with it. And then also the monthly meetings where we actually as a group come together and actually just listen to each other, what our struggles are and how we actually get over it. That is phenomenal. And yeah, I'm getting a lot out of it. And I'm very, very grateful and happy that I've actually joined this group. It's fantastic. Also, just, yeah, Alette and Paul are always there, like if there's a question to be asked. And then, so I must also say, in the same voice, is our mentor as well, Christine. She is absolutely phenomenal. So that is like three-way coaching that we're getting, but it is fantastic. It is something, the accountability part is for me a big thing, because my day just gets running away with me. Yeah.
Right. Well, you and Lynette are both champions, doing a great job. So thank you for that. Brian.
Yeah, okay. A lot of what I wanted to say has already been said, but the things that I wanted to say was starting off, knowing your numbers. I mean, that's actually quite a shocking thing, and I must thank Paul for shocking me and doing that, because then I realized how little I'm actually doing to have capped previously twice, and my numbers actually put me in another space, knowing that how little cold calling and warm calling I do, and listening to Fred Wilson again, but listening to it properly this time and taking notes has been phenomenal. Now I'm in discovery mode all the time. I'm looking forward to getting back into the working by referral, because I've kind of lost my way with that. When we used to coach together before you closed down, I've got to get my advocates going again. So there's a twin thing: getting business now, getting business in the future. So I've got some work to do for my coaching call on tomorrow. So the accountability part is real. and also the PropCon, tracking your numbers as you've done all your calls and everything. It's so nice to see it. Spreadsheets never work for me. So yeah, thanks Paul for also what you're doing. And I signed up immediately after the Build conference because I could see the future value.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. I've coached hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of agents through my organizations in the past, one-on-one. And I can tell you, you only start seeing results from this kind of coaching between 6 and 12 months. So you guys have all been on for about 3 months at the moment. You're still putting the building blocks of daily and weekly disciplines and tracking in place. You just keep up with that stuff. And all of a sudden, between 6 and 12 months, your business just goes, boom, it just goes through the ceiling. And we've seen that happen time and time and time again. So just keep up the disciplines. Thanks, Brian. Lynette, last one, and then we will hand it over to Alette and Paul to finish our meeting.
I'll make it real quick. I just want to echo what everybody else has said about the coaching. It is really, really, really extremely valuable to me. And eXp is fantastic because it's almost like you get the best of both worlds, because you are an independent contractor, but you have your mentor, which is Christine is fantastic, very knowledgeable in the field. But then we also have programs like this that just, add onto our development, and it is really, really awesome. So thank you for it, Paul and Alette. Fantastic.
Thank you, Lynette.
Thank you. So yeah, thanks, Steve. So really, there is still space and place available should you want to become part of Blue Ocean Coaching. It is every 2 weeks a session. It's a one-on-one session where we sit on a Google Meet, something like this, and work through it together. And if you want to talk about it or just want to get some more information about it, you're welcome to contact me. Our contact details is on the website blueoceancoaching.co.za. And yeah, thank you very much. Thanks, Steve, for the opportunity that you gave us also to build into people's lives, because that's really part of what we want to do, is the fact that by sharing what we know and what we can do is actually helping other people to become a success in their own businesses as well. And that's a real joy for us as well. So thank you very much. And I hope everyone enjoy the week. Thanks for a great meeting.
Paul, if you look on the Blue Ocean Coaching website, I'll put the link in the chat roll, guys. The pricing we've decided to maintain the build pricing for the group. Is that right?
That's right. Yes.
But the contingent fee option is full now.
Yeah, we're not taking any more contingent clients. Okay, great, guys. Well, feel free to reach out to Paul and Alette if you want more information. Just go to blueoceancoaching.co.za. All the information is there. And Lebo, you said the onboarding 1 to 12 emails by Steve makes the process easy. Email 8 covers the one-on-one coaching. Okay, excellent. Thanks, Lebo. All right, guys. Well, God bless you. Have a wonderful couple of weeks. And reach out if you need any help. And we'll see you next time we gather.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks,
Thank you very much. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Steve.